Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have yet another C6 ZR1, but this one is special. So a good customer of ours, Dave Hall, he went and picked this car up, and he actually bought it from the chief executive engineer of Corvette, Tony Roma, and it is actually signed on the hood by Tony Roma. So, you know, Dave's really particular with his cars, and we really want to do a good job and protect this for him, but we're also going to preserve this signature. So we're going to end up doing some PPF over the top of that and preserve that. But Tony Roma has been with GM for 30 years plus. He's taken Taj Jector's spot. Taj was the lead chief engineer for a long time, and he's kind of what moved Corvette from what it is, like C6 and C5, up to the mid-engines and C8s. And so he's finally retired, and now Tony Roma has taken his spot. So it's really cool to kind of have a piece of Corvette history in the shop. We do a ton of C6 ZR1s, we do a ton of Corvettes, but obviously this one's kind of extra special, so we're going to do pretty much the full works on it. We're not doing full PPF, but obviously we'll protect all the high impact areas, do our wheels off and ceramic coating, polish the paint up, get it looking real nice. There's a few wear and tear items that we need to replace, like we've replaced the window belt moldings because they were kind of showing a little wear. The badges, we're going to end up replacing those just because the black inside the ZR1 logo was coming out. So basically when we're done, it'll be showroom condition again. This car is a 2010. It has 16,000 miles on it, and we're going to make it look like it has 16 miles on it. So we'll kind of take you along our process and show you what we do. All right, so I'm going to kind of take you through the process that we figured might be the best way to preserve Tony's signature here. Before we PPF anything, we always wipe it down with pure alcohol. Well, that'll take that Sharpie right off. It's either a silver Sharpie or a paint pen, not sure. I've already cleaned up, there was some water spotting around it. But I think what we'll do is there's a seam in the carbon fiber here on the hood and right here. And I think we're just gonna use those seams for the edges of our PPF and just PPF this whole section. But I'm gonna prep everything around it with our alcohol just to make sure everything sticks. Get close to the signature, but not hit it. Obviously, don't wanna wipe that off. So we'll prep all our edges, make it dirt-free, oil-free. Then we can come over here to the spray board. I just measured out and plotted out with something else, kind of the rough size that I need. We'll be bulking this, so I'm gonna do all hand trimming anyways. Let's see, grab a squeegee. And of course we're using our STEK PPF. It's a 10-year film, guaranteed, but I'm guessing this car isn't going to see the normal elements anyway, so really it should last the rest of this car's life. Hopefully forever. Make sure I get it to that seam over there. And to this seam. We like doing a lot of different protection all the time with PPF and ceramic coating and the works, but custom stuff's fun, obviously. And when you get to work on the current chief engineer Corvette, it's pretty cool. All right, so I'll kind of do pretty much just kind of let that set, and then I'll end up trimming right along here, down to this seam, around this hinge, and around these rivets, and along here, and then that way it'll virtually be invisible. But now Tony's signature will be there. All right, guys, we are putting the finishing touches on this C6 ZR1. We went ahead and ordered new badges because, as you can see, don't know if you can tell on the camera, but the black was flaking out of the Z and the R. And it's actually the first time that we've seen this happen on a C6 ZR1, but thankfully to eBay, we got some nice brand new badges. We get them put on. We got all the film on. It's coated. We got the panel prepped. And this is my template that I make for a lot of badges. I just kind of use green painter's tape. Super easy. I go off reference lines and makes it really nice when you go to reinstall. And it works for multiple cars, especially when you do as many Corvettes as we do. You can reuse them. Get pushed on nice and firm. And voila. We'll go ahead, get it pulled outside, and we'll go over everything that we did and do a review on it. All right, guys, we are all finished up with this C6 ZR1 that was signed by Tony Roma. A quick overview of everything that we did. We did a full front end, so that's PPF on the front bumper, the splitter, headlights, fog lights. Of course, we removed the emblems. We did the hood and fenders, and even the little LS9 window, so you can see that supercharger. We also did the track pack, which included the side skirts and the rockers up to this body line on the doors. And then a very popular thing to do on these wide body C6s and even C7s is to do this rear quarter panel, because this gets chewed up even with the side skirts. Those grippy front tires throw a lot of rocks back here, they get beat up. So we did the full rear quarters so you don't have any lines. And then another popular thing we like to do on the ZR1s is we do the PPF on the roof and the halo, and that kind of helps protect the exposed carbon fiber. These cars are getting older. I mean, this car is 15 years old already, and we want to make sure that that expensive carbon fiber stays looking in good shape, so we protect that. On all the areas that didn't receive film, the doors, the hatch, the rear bumper, we did full paint correction. A little bit of touch-up paint here and there, of course, before film and paint correction. Logan with Freedom Tint tinted the windows, and then we topped everything with ceramic coating on the film, on the paint, and then we did the wheels off. So we did the wheels, the barrels, the wheel wells, and the calipers. So this thing is fully protected. Customer said he wants to drive it a little bit. And then of course we had to protect that signature under the hood. So we got that PPF'd over, and you really can't tell, but now it won't rub off. So Tony Roma's signature will be preserved on this car for many, many years, hopefully forever. But that pretty well kind of wraps up everything that we've done on this car. It's a really cool kind of nostalgia car already, but to have the chief executive engineer from Corvette sign it and then we get to work on it, really kind of cool and special. Obviously we do a lot of Corvettes, but this is kind of a special one, so we wanted to really highlight it the best that we could and get it protected. So like I said, we do a lot of Corvettes. If you like what you see, comment on the video, like, subscribe, and if you want to see something else, also comment. We'd love to see what other ideas you guys have, and we got a lot of other cars and projects coming up, so hopefully you can stay tuned on those.